Hello YouTube, it's the Mercenary here doing a tank review. I've decided to do at least one of these every couple weeks just to talk about some tanks and see how they do. As you can see in front of me, sorry. But this is a Cruiser Mark III though. This is a British light tank line going along here, ending at the FV4202. Now I decided to do this tank line because I had a spare slot. I didn't want to do the artillery or anti-tank just because they don't look good to me. And I thought this was not a bad looking tank. And it's working pretty good. It's a good tank. It's not that bad of a gun. The 2-pounder here is a pretty good tank. It's a pretty good gun. Once you get the upgraded turret, it's pretty good too. Now, one of the only downsides is it's the traverse speed's a little bit lower, and it has weaker side armor. It's a little heavier too, which is weird, but it is a pretty good turret in my opinion. You don't really need it to upgrade it to the Cruiser 4, but it is still pretty good. Now, as an overall package, it's pretty good. It's fast. It's got a good horsepower engine, it's got a pretty good gun, and it can mount a pretty good high tier radio, which, 450 signal range, not the best, but it is pretty good. Now, overall stats, it's got 150 hit points. It's a tier 2 tank, it's not going to have that many, but it's got some good ones. It has good horsepower here, 395, which makes it pretty good. It's got a sweet limit of 48, which is pretty good. You will get up to that with a good engine. 35 traverse speed. Once again, one of those. Most tanks have about that, no matter what. Full armor, pretty much it's 14 all the way around on everything. And it's not really slipped except for a little bit here on the front. But for the most part, it's essentially straight on. This is not a brawler tank, even at a tier 2 level. You do not want to brawl in this tank. You want to just run around, hit him in the rear, move on to another target. Its rate of fire is pretty good, so is its turret traverse speed. View range, it's low tier, it's not going to be that good. Signal range is pretty good. Now, shell damage and shell penetration. This is where this tank gets some problems. It's got low damage and not that good penetration. Even the last upgraded gun here has essentially the same damage and everything else. Now when you upgrade it to this one only does 63 penetration, 50 damage. Not that good. Go up to tier 4. Same gun as the previous tier 3. 63 penetration, 50 damage. Now this one has 175 damage, but really bad penetration power. And you get this one here, which is the 40mm pom-pom. Don't ask me why it's called that, I don't know. It's not that good. When you get to tier 5 is when you finally get the good guns. Now I have these unlocked already because of my Churchill tank, which I'll be doing a review later. These are where you finally get the good damage. When you go up to the Cromwell, you get the 75mm HB. This is my favorite baby right here. It's got good damage. Now, I've never unlocked this gun before, so I don't know much about it. And that's pretty much this tank. It's all around pretty good. It's not too bad for a tank. It is a tier 2, so it's not going to be that strong. And you're really not going to have any crew stay here long enough to really make it an effort to really get some stuff. If you want to grind it, you can. It's just not really worth it. But beyond that, that's this tank. Hope you enjoyed just watching me dip around a little bit here. If you hear any random background noise, that's T going off. I'm probably going to delete that. If not, sorry.